You don't have to do it.
I still want to do it though. Hang on. Okay, wait. Ready? And
that's it.
And like I said, you can't fucking flex something if you ain't got it.
This is true, my friend.
If it ain't there.
This is true.
If it ain't there.
Doesn't take away though.
It's like It's like people that go on vacation. They're having a shitty relationship, right? Everything's going bad, and they're like, "Let's go to the Bahamas for 2 weeks, honey, and find love again and rekindle it." I saw it all the time in the Bahamas, and I used to always tell people, if you ain't bringing it, you ain't gonna fucking find it.
Some do.
They get their noodle wet a little bit, and they think that's love. But if you're not bringing it, you're not gonna find it.
That's true. But I think if you're fucking in the environment, you're working all the time, you barely see each other. Maybe if you go on vacation, you can find it again. That spark. Yeah. It's gonna make it last for.
Maybe. So what's been going on, dude?
Not much. I'm driving in here today, right?
Yeah.
I have a good feeling. I feel amazing. I had a good night's sleep.
Right.
I had a good sleep score. I saw in my Aura app that I'm ready to kill it today in the gym.
Right.
I have a fresh summer haircut. And I'm in Avina's car because she took my car. Because she had to drive her horse. But that's besides the point. I'm driving in that car.
Yeah.
The sun is shining, right? I'm in a good fucking mood.
Sounds like a John Denver album right now.
Dude, I'm in a good fucking mood. And Avina's car doesn't connect my phone. And I don't want to mess with the aux, the cable and shit. So I'm turning on the radio, right? So I'm in that mood. Fresh haircut. Sun is shining. Know what fucking song comes on? I'm actually going to play it. And I'm singing this song. I'm singing loud. I don't know if it taps into...
You about to embarrass yourself?
Like nostalgia, but this song comes on. And dude, I'm singing loud. This is the song.
Don't.
This fucking jam comes on when I'm in that mood.
There's times I realize I just don't fucking know you, dude.
Dude.
You understand that,
Look,
right?
when the beat comes. Now. Here it goes.
We didn't do video. Dude, turn that shit off now.
And I'm singing loud, bro.
Did you not hear
me? I'm in
a
good mood. Sun is shining. Summer cut. Singing loudly in that small car. That's why I came in so jacked today. Crushed my workout.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, man. Sometimes music does that too.
I thought you were just happy to see me.
I'm always happy to see you. You know this. But it's crazy how music can do that to you sometimes. Like pick you up.
Get that last rep out.
Yeah.
But the right playlist.
Yeah.
Do fucking wonders for you. That's for sure.
This is true.
That
song, that got me.
Yeah.
Because I fucked with Backstreet Boys when I was younger. My sister did actually, but I had a secret little like, oh, this jam is good. That's how.
Yeah, I've had songs get me.
That's a good jam.
I've had songs get me through.
No.
It's a pretty good. Yeah.
I topped my fucking. I was up here, so happy. Fucking just happy.
So your workout went. Wait. So you got the extra rep out. Listen to the Backstreet Boys. Is it Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Who is that?
That was Backstreet Boys. Backstreet's back, all right.
So, hey,
it just got me in a good fucking mood.
Before I get sidetracked, I have to give a shout out to Nick coming from South Africa with his boy. They're going to be doing a powerlifting contest. Where are they doing it in Sweden?
Oh, I don't remember now. See, it's somewhere.
Halmstad. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Close to it.
Halmstad. That's where Daddy's from, right?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they're going to come. They're going to stay here for a few days before they head down to do the competition. And we're going to get them on the podcast.
It's going to be fun.
Really cool. Coming all the way from South Africa to hang out with us. So we got to give them the red carpet. We go pick them up Saturday morning. It's going to be fun. Let them probably settle in Saturday. They have a long trip. And then Sunday we'll, in the afternoon, probably get them on the podcast.
Yeah, I would say the afternoon so they can sleep.
let them in. No, dude, you fucking other side of the planet. So it'll be fun to talk to them because I got a feeling that there's going to be some interesting stuff. This guy seems like he's got a really good heart. We've never met in person. It's always been he reached out through, social media and we just kind of stayed in touch. And I'm honestly, sincerely excited to meet the guy. I think he's got a good story. So
it's going to be fun.
People need to sit down and listen. If they don't, well, fuck off.
Yeah. So next week's podcast is actually going to be with them.
So that'll be fun. So I just want to give that a shout out so people that are going to get ready for next week.
Yeah, get excited, people.
I think it'll be fun, man. It'll be really nice. We got a few more people on tap now coming down the pipe.
It's going to get jacked in here. It's going to get jacked.
Super jacked.
Super jacked. Testosterone levels is going to be out of control.
So we're going to have to... So no Backstreet Boys.
No.
I'm just saying. Maybe it's me. I don't know how the South Africans reacted with that guy.
I may open this bitch up
I don't know.
Backstreet Boys. That type
they go, hey, bro.
Everybody. Oh, such a good jam.
All right. Okay. Let's move on, dude.
Let's move on.
What's going on with you? How are you doing?
I'm suffering from an illness right now that I want to put a name on. It's PGOTTSD. That's
what the fuck is that?
Game of Thrones traumatic stress syndrome.
Are you kidding me, dude? Get over it.
It was sad this Monday when I didn't have a Game of Thrones episode to watch, and I realized it's over. And hey, by the way, if you what we talked about last week, if you fucking sign a paper for them to redo the fucking episodes, get a life. Get a life, loser.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to do without signing paper. They're not gonna redo it.
That's I mean, yeah. I mean,
gonna redo it,
dude.
nerds.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, we're not being hypocrites here because we invest in certain things. Like, I love Marvel comics, you know that. I invest in this and that, but at the same time, yeah, I might get pissed and kick a puppy out of the way or something. Like, what the fuck? But it's over.
It's over.
I move forward. I'm like, okay, it hurts for like a day or two, but then it's like the sun's gonna rise. That's make believe. But this shit just still keeps. It's still rolling. It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's still rolling.
It's like let it go, man. Go find something else to watch, or just start the fucking season. The series over.
How do you have time to go and write comments and shit?
Yeah.
Like the last episode was not good. Let's put it there. It was whatever. It was not good. But I won't sit down and write comments to the fucking writers because it wasn't good.
That's like 5 minutes you're never going to get back.
You know what happened though with that? Because this made me pissed when I found out what happened actually with the writers. They're going to go off now and do the Star Wars movies. They're going to do 3 Star Wars movies. That's why they wanted to wrap this shit up.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're going to do the Star Wars movies.
Right.
So HBO actually wanted 10 seasons. And the writer of the books wanted 11 or 12 seasons. But these 2 motherfuckers wanted to wrap it up as fast as possible so they can go off and do Star Wars. And I bet you, bro, they're going to fuck that up as well. Bet you. Because the reason why Game of Thrones was so good in the beginning was because they had the writer. And they had a narrative in the books.
Bro, you're still a little sore yourself. You're talking shit, but the emotion is coming across this table. Like,
of course, I'm emotional. I won't write comments, so I won't sign a petition.
Let it go. People are signing a petition for Daredevil, bro. And I love the Netflix series. We've made this clear. I was pretty bummed when they canceled it, right?
Yeah, but you know what they canceled.
Well, let's hope the way it goes. But anyway, they're writing that there's a petition that people have been signing to get the show back on.
Yeah, but they will come back.
It's like, I appreciate the effort, but let it fucking go, man.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Like, just let some things go.
No, but these motherfuckers destroyed the show.
It's like when Wham broke up. I was unconsolable for like 5 minutes, but then I got over it. 10 to 15 minutes, I was like, don't touch me. I was scream crying.
I was over it the week, but when Monday
and then I got over it. George started doing good hits, and I'm like, all right, man, it's not so bad. George Michael took off. That's a true story, too. Yeah, I was fucking devastated.
No, I wasn't sad. I was actually like, yeah, it's done. But then when the details came out that the HBO wanted 10 seasons and they wanted 10 shows a season, and this motherfucker just packed it up and packed their bag and left. These 2 losers, the writers,
whoa, dude, why are you fucking relax, man?
The Double D's will be forever known as the guys that fucked up Game of Thrones and then went on to fuck up Star Wars and then right into the sunset with cash because they're getting paid, you know that.
Yeah, but dude, in there, we'll move forward. And I will say one thing though. I see why you're getting upset, whatever. But 9 out of 10 times, it's very rarely like the book. you can't convert something from a book to a movie.
But they did it brilliantly in the beginning.
Well, yeah, but what I'm trying to get at is they made up their own thing. So if they could have pumped their brakes a little bit and let that man finish his books, or at least he could have said, so it boils down to how writing is better than TV. That's why a lot of people read a book. Your imagination just takes you so many. This is old school shit I'm talking about. Like your imagination puts you somewhere else when you read a book. So when you see a movie, you're visually like, this is, and it's hard to make that transition. Yeah, but so that's why when something hits,
real fans of the show actually was so surprised. That's why this show got so big, because it would follow the books.
Yeah, but I guarantee you there's a lot of fucking people that didn't read the books. They're just trying to act smart like they did. Yeah. And they're like, oh, I'm pissed too. Brr! Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Why are we mad? I don't know. I'm pissed. Well, I'm pissed too. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was ass. Fuck them. Let's go. Like, just, following the group. I guarantee you, dude. If you line up 50 people, I guarantee you maybe 23, 24 actually are reading the books. The rest of them like, oh, tits. Yeah, I'll watch this. And
watch this.
Oh, that girl, like, or that guy, I guarantee you, man.
No, it's true.
That's how I did it. It's true. You told me to watch it. I was like, all right.
This is true. This is true.
It's porn with a storyline.
And I've been defending Game of Thrones so hard.
I know. I've been hearing you bitch about it all the time.
I really enjoyed like episode 2 and 3 this season. I really enjoyed. But the ending.
Okay, no, I want you to get it all out so we don't bring up Game of Thrones anymore. So just throw it all out on this podcast.
Yeah, because we know this is the last time we're talking about Game of Thrones.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure, because they're doing prequels.
All right.
And I'm excited about that.
So what else is up, bro? What else is going on?
What else is going on with you, bro?
Nothing. Everything's straight.
Everything is straight.
Training is straight. Everything is straight. Just pushing the needle, working, getting my shit done. Moving forward, moving the needle.
It's good.
Kicking ass.
This is good.
Taking names.
This is good. Yeah, my training has been going good as well. I'm a bit regretful now that I finished that whole chicken right before the podcast, because I had to fucking shit my pants twice after it.
Yeah, you're a little slow now. Like this won't be a long podcast. We're gonna save this for the next one's gonna be probably 2 hours, 2.5 hours with the guys when the guys get here. But
I'll fucking finish the whole.
We're on high alert.
Chicken.
We're on high alert with Tom's ass.
I was like, fuck.
So if I look over at you during this podcast and you look like someone sticking their finger in your butt, I'm like, okay, and thank you. Have a good day. Because you got to get to the toilet.
And I can go and shit, and then we can kick it up again.
All right.
I had a whole chicken, and I made it a mission. Like 2 bites in, I made it a mission. I'm going to finish this. And also I finished a whole can of potato salad.
Oh, you ate potato salad too?
Yeah. So I shit my pants twice before this podcast.
Why would you do that to yourself?
And I'm not going to lie, I'm sweating a little bit right now.
And I actually feel pretty good now because you kind of fucked me, if you want to go down that hole. So I'm actually feeling quite fresh. That was not a lot that I ate. It was right there. It's a little bit of, It was a little bit of schnitzel, some veggies.
Schnitzel?
And some potatoes. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And you ate a whole bird.
A whole bird?
You ate a Sunday roast, bro. You ate a Thanksgiving dinner in front of me. When you put the turkey down and then you got your potato salad, you got your, chicken, and you got your potato salad and you got your drink. All you needed now was like open your backpack and pull out 2 candlestick holders with candles and light them and be like, Thanksgiving.
No, that was actually a Thanksgiving dinner.
You got a guy coming over just to play violin behind you while you eat.
It was good though.
Like, how's that kombucha? Yeah, good year. It's 2018. Very good year.
yeah. Can I have it too?
Funny.
That was good. It was fun.
So, hey, do you want to hear a funny story?
Yes, I would.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the name safe to protect the innocent. But it was talking to one of my clients training the other day. It was really funny. So, she said that she was taking her son to a soccer game. Like he was playing soccer. And basically she translated to me. She's like, well, I forgot what she said in Swedish, but she said basically it's the equivalent of being like, go get him, son, like kill it, like, win, right? Yeah. But in the most loving way. And she said a grown man, buff, big dude, like, not some soy eating, whatever, like this, she said this guy... You know what I mean? Yeah. She's like, this intimidating looking man looks over to her and he's like, hey, you can't say that. And she's like, what? He's like, you have to say, have fun and be happy and enjoy the game. And I looked at her like, well, let me tell you a story. Remember that time when I had to deal with that jackass in town when it was like a big fair or something and me and my son would play?
Yes.
I had him in the headlock and you went down this road before. You know the story.
Yeah.
So I told her that story.
You can tell the story because that was a long time ago.
Well, yeah. Well, so I was telling her the story about how we all went into town. It was me, my kids and their mom. We all went into town together. It was some event going on. And as we were crossing the street by the bridge, I had my son in like a headlock and he's like up punching me, like trying to hit me in the chest. And I got him in his headlock and we're laughing and joking and we're walking. And I guess they overheard him and I talking, this guy, and he goes, hey, you can't do that. So of course I know exactly who's being spoken to. I'm like, okay, clearly. So I turn around and then as I start to walk up towards the guy, my kid's mom is like, oh no, right? Like, and I was really calm. And I'm like, what did you say? He's like, you can't do that. And I'm like, I'm playing with my son. And Enzo was laughing and giggling like there was no, and I guess he thought I was being super rough with my kid, whatever. And I was like, do you have a boy, son? He's like, yeah. And I go, are you raising a bitch? And I walked off. I was like, you keep your fucking mouth shut. Like, are you kidding me? If someone's getting physical with a kid in the street, I'm the first to say something. I will. I'll put my nose out there. I'll stick my chin in that. But you see a father and son playing. Yeah,
if the son is laughing, you can clearly see
I mean, it's not like I was climbing the top rope and going to put the diamond cutter on him. Do you know what I mean? Like, So it was just like, I was just lost. So I'm telling her the story. And that's why we even got in the conversation. It's like, even when you look in the wild, what do you see lions doing with their cubs? They play rough. They're not hurting them, but they're playing. They're training them to be... And I don't know any father doesn't wrestle with his son or at least give him an elbow once in a while or trip him. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not, like I said, there's a difference there. So I told her that story and then she's like, well, let me tell you another story. So it kind of became like a tennis match of all the shit that's happening. And basically what we're getting down to is like the world's becoming a bunch of punk ass bitches. And we've said this before, but
it's so fucking
it keeps coming to the top. So we keep got to talk about it. And then she told me that a lady, someone had called for a job, right, with their company, and they were calling for their son. And she was like, well, have him call me. He's 17, 18, So I'm going to be paraphrasing. I don't want to slaughter the story. But then she says that the boy called and he was like, oh, yeah, my mom told me to call for the job. And then she was like, well, she said, I got the impression he was getting pushed into it. So she was like, well, maybe this isn't right for you, maybe try back some other time. And he was like, no. He changed his tune. I want the job. He got all enthusiastic. And then she was like, okay, well, come on in. And then I think he worked for about 2 weeks, give or take 2 weeks. And then he was going to go home. And as she was talking to him, she's like, look, you're a good kid, this and that, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I just need you to work a bit harder. I need you to just pick it up a little bit, right? Which is great criticism. Yeah. It's not like you're doing shit, you're this and that. It's like, you just need to work harder and be a little quicker. And he was like, well, I am working hard. And she's like, well, no, I need, we're still going to, not getting rid of you, but let's see how it goes another week or two. We'll see how it goes another couple of weeks, and then we'll take it from there, which I think anyone that does that is a pretty reasonable person. Because most people have a tendency just to bite their tongue until the day and like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So she's a very nice woman and she gives people a lot of work. And, the father was there, and then halfway through, the son started getting teary-eyed, and the father's like, no, we're just going to leave now. And she said he put his arm around him and walked off while the 17, 18-year-old boy was crying.
Oh, no. What is going on?
So then they went home and probably knitted nice sweaters for everybody for Christmas.
Of course they did. What the fuck is going on?
Bro, don't get me wrong. I'm a grown man. I've cried in the past couple of years. I've had a good one. Do you know what I mean?
Sure you did.
You know what I mean? But it's like if you're going to break down and cry over that type of thing and your father is like, oh, whoa, no, forget it. Because he doesn't want him to be let down. You are fucking that person. Those are the people that are going to take care of you and I when we're old, Tom.
That's the future. That's the future that's going to fucking do the job in the world.
And I tell you right now, you're such an AI fan. If that's the way the world is going, I pray to God that AI takes over. And I've never said that.
This is true.
At least they're not bitches.
If that's the fucking people that's gonna choose if the AI is gonna rule the world. The AI is gonna fucking push their pants down and fuck them.
Raw dog.
Them.
Nice and slow. Not even call them in the morning.
Fucking been brought up rough.
Right.
And know what the fuck this world is all about and see the problem with the AI are gonna be old or dead. And it's gonna be punk ass bitches left and the AI is gonna fuck them.
Dude. I'm all for constructive criticism. I'm for, there's a way you talk to people. Don't get me wrong. There's some people that no matter what you do with them, you're like, you know what? It ain't going to work. Just fucking kick rocks. You have to. But that being so sensitive and so like the father at the soccer game or the jackass that told me about my son, I'm like, what? Like, what?
That's the norm right now.
There's people out there, but there are people out there that are going to fucking eat that.
Yeah.
They're going to eat that when you get older. I'm like, you're going to have such a hard life because people are going to see that weakness and they're going to fucking exploit it.
Imagine those that are actually brought off rough right now. They're going to be they're going to be ahead by so much.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fine,
hit the same age.
There's a fine line there too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's being brought up rough. It's like, wow, really? Like, there's a balance.
Being brought up fair, though.
Exactly. Yeah, firm but fair. I've always been a firm believer. I have to use my kids as an example. My kids do well. I've said it before. Their feet do not touch the fucking ground, and they know how good they've done. When they fuck up. And the ice breaks, I'm under it waiting for them. You understand what I mean? Like, that's how it has to be, dude. Yeah. You can't stroke everybody for every fucking thing.
I think it's so dangerous. Also with the father putting his arm around it. It's so dangerous to take the fall for your kid at all points in life. That's going to just bring up, he's not going to be able to take a loss in the future.
No.
Because he's going to look for his fucking
He's
dad.
not going to be able to take any constructive criticism.
No.
I mean, dude, you even see it now. You talk to certain adults and you can tell that when you're forward with them and even no matter how you sugarcoat it or tell, you can tell that you've offended them a little bit. And it's like, you need to fucking harden up. If you're that soft, that's an ego problem too, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So it was just funny. We were just going down the list of things and it kind of scared us because it's like, what's going on? And their kids, her kids have been in the gym a couple of times. Those little fuckers work, man.
Yeah, they do.
I'm like, what are you doing to these people? Like, you know what I mean? But, and the funny thing is, even with my son, when he couldn't do puss-ups. Yeah. See, it's in my mind. He couldn't do pull-ups. Sorry. I remember we had a new member join. The old members know the game in here, so they just kind of laugh it off and they know the love that we have and how we play. And my son was like, I can't do the pull-up. And I was just walking by and I was like, well, get stronger. I left it at that. And the new guy looked at me like, well, what the fuck? But what happened a week later, Enzo's banging him out. He's like, okay, I got to get strong. Like, it's not... I wasn't like, you suck, you can't do it. I'm like, well, do work on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't like, okay, it's okay, son. Come on, let's go have an ice cream cone and make it all better.
Dangerous. So fucking dangerous.
They're not going to push for what they want to push for, and they're not going to work for what they want to work for, because as soon as they get a bit of pushback,
yeah, exactly,
they're going to look for another avenue, and they're not going to do it. Especially if they want to do what they want to do, good luck.
And that is the parents' fault.
Absolutely.
That is the fucking parents' fault. Because the parents been walking with fucking pillows around them their whole childhood.
But that's the thing. I mean, it makes you wonder, because a lot of it makes you wonder with the parents. It's like, wow, your mindset, that's, I can see the kids being that way, but the fact that there's parents that are hopping onto this, like, oh, we've got to be careful.
That's the same parents as well that sticks an iPad to the kid when he's annoying. That's the same kind of parent. That's the same parent when they're at the restaurant and the kid is annoyed. Like, I want to play on the iPad. They stick it to him directly. That's the same fucking parent, because that's dangerous as well.
Yeah.
I was driving by a whole class of maybe 10-year-olds, because now it's summer. Summer is coming up.
Yeah.
People are, like, school kids are excited to get the summer off. I remember this time when I was younger. And I was so fucking excited. We did all these activities. We went out in the forest. We went to swim. We did all this fun stuff. And it was so fun. We played with each other. I remember this time. And now I saw a line of kids, like 10-year-olds, walking. And every one of them were in their phone. They didn't talk to each other. They didn't play with each other. All of them were in their phone.
Really?
That's the future. That's the future as well. It's gonna be bitches that's complaining about everything, not gonna be able to take criticism, and they're gonna be in their phone. That's the people we're bringing up right now.
Yeah.
They're gonna be deep in their phones.
Because we got the rule in my house now with the phones. We're like, when we're all home now.
That's a good rule.
No, seriously, as soon as everyone's in the house, or if I got both kids with me, we're in the house. No, put the phones aside. We're doing something else. We're talking, or we're doing some arts and crafts. Like that was it. We went the other day and I dropped a shitload of cash on arts and craft stuff for them.
Yeah.
I was like, we're not getting video games. We're not going to go to a movie. We're not going to.
Crazy that you have to have a rule for the phone.
Oh yeah, but the thing is though, I got to give them credit. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anyone that's met my kids, they're fuckers. I'm the first to admit that. They're just out there, right? But they catch on to it because I hear them calling each other out. Turn the phone off. That's it. So they're, but they do get it in the house. But it's just like, and even with the arts and crafts, I mean, once we got the stuff because they're into it, I was like, let me go buy a bunch of stuff for you. I didn't hear from them for like 2 hours. They were just in there working, right?
Yeah,
And I'm like, I'd rather have them be doing that than sitting on their iPad. I mean, we all use YouTube and stuff like that, but just to be zoning out.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
all hours
the
of
time.
The day.
So when we're, if she's home by herself, Leah, when I get home, or as soon as I get home, we put everything. It's like we're done. We're socializing, we're hanging out, or we're watching something together, but we're in it.
Yeah.
And
no, what I'm saying is
it's
not crazy that you have a rule, but it's crazy that you have to have a rule.
For sure. No, I agree with you.
We come to that point in this society that we have to have rules for the phone to fucking spend time with each other. Because we don't anymore. We spend time with each other through our phone.
Yeah.
Through our social media.
I remember my going away party was really cool when I left and moved here at my old job. They had a huge going away party for me. There was probably like 30, 40 people there. And we had like all these outside benches on the beach with a bonfire, stuff like that. And everyone took their phones. I've actually got a photo of it. And everyone stacked their phones up. It was like ridiculous, like 3 or 4 stacks of iPhones and Samsungs, and no one touched them. Correct. And I think someone took a photo and sent it to me, and I'm like, that's a night out.
Yeah.
Because no one was on their phone. We were all just hanging and partying. I was like, that's the way it's supposed to be. Because even at parties, you see people.
Yeah. No one is talking to one another. It's not the old school when you fucking sit down and look each other in the eyes and fucking talk.
Yeah.
That's why I love podcasts.
And I want to get to the point where again where I can sit down and have dinner every night with my kids. Like not one person's here, one person's there. I mean, life gets in the way, I get it. Yeah. But I mean, we can sit down at a table and have a meal.
It's quality.
Yeah, and talk. And then you know what I mean? So that type of stuff. Because then you get to really talk to them about their problems. Or like if my son came home, was upset with a job and the lady said that to him, I can be like, well, what happened? What did you do? What did they say? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not just go through the motions and, like you said, stick them in front of an iPad. You're supposed to
put your arm around him and let him cry and say it wasn't his fault, it was the manager's fault. It's never your fault. It's the manager's fault. It's never your fault. It's the coach's fault.
I wonder if he had, let me speak to the manager's haircut. Whatever that would be, I don't know.
Of course he had. Fucking weak.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not trying to beat this into the ground, but it just made me kind of knee jerk on the people that my kids are going to be around.
Yeah, and every day you see it. Every day,
you know that bothers me.
It was even not to jump back on Game of Thrones, but it was actually
yeah. Tom's having withdrawals.
No. This has nothing to do with Game of Thrones, but it has to do with it. But they were talking about Bran. Like a lot of people were upset that Bran became king. And then people was angry with the people that were upset because they thought they were hating on him because he was handicapped.
Yeah.
That's how far they're reaching now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have nothing to complain about.
So many
They're attacking for everything.
I mean, it's just... and this has nothing to do with...
How many words... There's so many words you can't say right now. That's bad. Fucking noises with your mouth.
It's getting to the point. It's just... I mean, I want to stay in this arena. What I'm specifically talking about, nothing else, is just the fact that it's become a fucking landmine. You know, like you're just walking through landmines. You don't know what you can say and can't say and do. And it's just like, and some things you're just like, wow, isn't there more important things to worry about?
There is a lot of more important things to worry about.
You know,
that's what's crazy.
It's just, I mean,
and again, a lot of things is better. A lot of things are changing for the better.
Dude, that's, yeah.
But it doesn't have to be this fucking...
Right.
People doesn't have to feel like they have a target on their back once they're walking through life all of the time. It's crazy.
And the thing is, I mean, the pace that things are going at, you can't say this, you can't say... Half the time, I'm like, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, it's like, you know, it's like, okay, well, if we're going to have all these rules, you need to put that shit in a book and send it to me, and then I can catch up. And then, but I mean, half the people don't even know what's this, what's that, what... Everyone has a voice about something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and youth right now is I'm scared for the people that's coming up right now. I'm also interested in how it's gonna look once they're older and they're running shit. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting world.
Yeah, but even now with all the sexual preferences and what people consider themselves and what you are and what you're not and what you can say and you can't, it's like, whoa, I get it. Everyone should live. You have one life. We've said this. You should be as happy as you can possibly be.
Yeah.
But now there's just so much stuff coming out. I'm like, what? Like, how did that, where is this? It's almost to a certain point. I'm like, okay, was this always like that? But people just didn't talk about it? Or now that they're allowed to talk about it, then the more people are coming out. Like, I'm quite sure it's certainly that way with...
They see that like, they're winning a
homosexual,
little bit.
like, you know, with lesbians and gay, like that, I get it. Now it's more open because 50 years ago, people would look at you like, you know, you can't be in the military. If a man liked another man, it made him not a man, which is bullshit. You still you know what I mean? Like, he's still... I get that, but now that's kind of... It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. Yeah. It doesn't even put a bump in the road. Yeah. But all these other things that are coming up, I'm like, what? Like, I've just heard some so strange stories of a boy that was a girl, now a boy. And it was like, well, I'm lost. Yeah. And it's so hard to know.
And if you don't keep up with it, and if you don't pronounce it right, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, I'm just trying to keep up.
Well, no, exactly. Because I remember when I was... Go ahead. Sorry, no, go ahead.
We are the first... to admit we're always like this. Like, if it makes you happy, go for it. Do whatever you want to do. If it doesn't hurt anyone else, we don't care.
You've got one life.
Yeah, I don't care.
You need to do what the fuck you want.
I don't care who you like, who you want to fucking marry. I don't care where you're from, but do what makes you happy.
Right.
But don't hurt other people, obviously. Right. But it's getting out of hand now. Right. It's crazy now. It's craziness. It's crazy people. And they're fighting for shit that's not important at all and doesn't make sense at all.
Well, it's just we're finding reasons for everything. And it's like, well, you've got some serious, like you said, serious shit to figure out. Why are you stressing that? Like with the whole, we talked about it like, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago about the abortion thing? It's like, what do you...
What do you care?
Why are you getting in someone else's shit? There's so much more to fix.
Yeah.
There's so much more to fix, and you're going to come down on women. I think that's women right now, because Arkansas, I think it's, or Alabama, and they've officially passed that law, haven't they? Like it's,
I don't know where it was, but yeah, they passed a law. You can't do an abortion, and the woman won't get prison time for it. The doctor will.
Yeah, I think the only time you can get an abortion is if it directly hurts your health.
Yeah,
like if she's going to. But I just,
that's just
such a step back.
That's We're living in the fucking 1910.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And why? Like you said, how the fuck do we have time to focus on that?
Yeah, it's like
all the shit that's going on. Why do you spend money, time, effort, and passion into that question? It shouldn't even be a question.
No, but I do feel that kind of stuff. This is not conspiracy theory, but I am a firm believer sometimes. Some of the shit that comes out, it's like, look at this hand. Because we don't want you to see what we're doing with this one. Yeah. So let's distract them over here.
Yes.
Look at the pretty colors. Like, you know what I mean? It's like taking a flashlight on a wall for a cat. They're just like, while you're doing some bullshit. Because it's so random. It's like, what? Well, how can you do that? And it's got to be pissing women off.
Yeah.
Has to be.
It's a major step back for women.
They just had a huge step forward with the whole Me Too thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And then this shit comes
It's like, we gave you that. But let's just take something back. It's like, you can't fucking win.
1 point for the old white dudes.
Yeah, so it's... Yeah, because I was going to say I remember being in Florida last year, right? No, in December of last year. And I went into Target. I was getting the superhero shirts for everybody. Yeah, Target. And there was young boy.
Target,
young boy or girl. I couldn't really tell, but they were working there. It must have been 19, 20. And I just asked them for something simple. And I was looking and it was a boy that wanted to be a girl, like the way he was acting and dressed, but I couldn't tell what transgender, whatever. Sweetest thing you could ever meet, like nice, very helpful. But you could see there was a demeanor there. Yeah. And I was just like thinking, it's so scary because you would not want to say the wrong thing and offend someone, especially when it's not your intention. Do you know what I mean? But
you're walking on eggshells.
Yeah, you got to be careful, situation. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just really strange. It's just really... And I definitely feel for those people because the shit that they have to go through from ignorant. I mean, you guys just had a big election, big vote, didn't you? And I think
European.
Yeah, like I think 20%. What was it? Did I read it right? You have, I guess, the good side, bad side, like everywhere. Like, what is it? What do you call it here? How would you say it?
It's red and blue.
Like, red and blue.
Yeah.
But I heard something like the 20% that lost was just like uproaring and kicking. Yeah. They're all like the kind of I guess you say the not the most desirable people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Let's put it that way. Yeah. And it's like those type of people make it hard.
Yeah.
For people that are just trying to live their life. But it's like the rest of us are just like, I just don't know. It's like, I want to understand. Please help me, you know?
Yeah. You got to give us some guidelines.
Yeah.
There shouldn't have to be guidelines either. Everyone should just fucking do what they want to do as long as they're not hurting other people. Yeah. Go ahead. Do what the fuck you want to do. Why do I care?
Exactly.
Why do I care?
I'm too busy sifting through my shit.
even with this new Tarantino movie that's coming out, Margot Robbie's in it. And she got a question from you can clearly see it's a fucking left human rights activist girl. You can just tell. You can just tell the girl that's asking the question.
She's got the can I talk to the manager haircut?
She's got the can I talk to the president about this law that's not, I don't know. She you can just tell that she's on Twitter sites complaining about people that mispronouncing genders. She's one of those girls. And she's asking why Margot Robbie doesn't have more lines in the movie. And Tarantino's like, what the fuck?
Well, that's what makes you think people
you can see in his face.
Did he lose his shit?
No,
because he's got a short temper. Like I've seen him lose.
He said one word. I don't remember what he said, but then Margot Robbie, she had a really good answer for it. She was like, this is how the movie was explained. I loved it. I got to explain my character more in a physical way. It was a challenge for me. She had this great answer. And everyone was looking at that bitch that told that question. It's like, what the fuck?
I think people just look. I think people surf for shit. People are just waiting to hit that send button.
Yeah,
they're just post button or whatever. They're just waiting this. I think there's people out there just like looking for the littlest fucking thing, the littlest thing, man. So take your sensitive ass home.
Yeah, you see it all the time. It's like people get in trouble for shit they said on Twitter 10 years ago. Who did that research? Who the fuck spent time going 10 years back and watched some old tweet to fire the fucking director of Guardian of the Galaxy?
That's right.
Who did the fucking research?
That's right.
Who did it? He's back though, so fuck you.
But that's right. That's so funny. Anyway, let's leave that alone. Let's not beat it into the ground because I'm quite sure we're going to have a lot more stories coming up of people raising their kids.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that got a standing ovation at the movie festival. I can't wait for that movie. They actually say it's the closest thing he's done to Pulp Fiction. Like it's
really?
Yeah, I'm so excited for that movie. You can't go wrong. You have Brad Pitt, you have Leo, Margot Robbie. You can't go wrong with that crew.
And God knows who else is in there. They're going to pop up.
Yeah.
They have a way of doing that, don't they? His movies, I'm like, oh shit, so-and-so.
Dude, Al Pacino is in it.
Is he really?
Yeah, bro. Yes. Tarantino has such a way of getting all of them. Wonder if it's going to be Weinstein Productions, though. It's going to be interesting.
I remember seeing Pulp Fiction. That fucked me up when I first saw it. I remember there's certain things in your life. I mean, I've got more than one, but that is one of the movies that I remember going to the theater, sitting down, and I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? In the best way possible. It just cooked my head up. Yeah. Totally made up.
So fucking good.
Totally hit a hard right.
Yeah.
You know, or left. You're like, whoa. Like, it's just kind of jolts you. I remember that.
It was so different. So fucking different from everything you've
What's your favorite Quentin Tarantino movie?
I have to say Pulp Fiction.
Really?
Like, I have to.
Mine's True Romance.
True Romance?
I fucking love that movie.
I love Inglourious Bastards as well.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, they're all good, but I'm just saying what's your
Christopher
favorite?
Waltz is so good in it. That's his first big role, I think. I might be wrong on this.
Wait, who?
But he's Christopher Waltz.
Who's that?
He's playing the Nazi guy.
There was so many in there.
Yeah, but he's the like Nazi guy that's drinking coffee with the girl and walking into that house in the beginning. You see him when you...
No, I know now. No, I know.
Yeah.
I just don't know his... Okay.
He was so fucking good in it. So that I'm probably going to say that's my number 2.
I can't believe someone did that. That was their... I can't believe that was their question.
No. And if you see that video, you can picture her right now in your head, and you're gonna be dead on how she looks. Dead on. You can just tell. You can just fucking tell. She hates men. Why do you hate men, by the way? What the fuck did we do wrong? We just fucking...
We do a lot wrong, dude.
Yeah, we do a lot wrong, but... If you have a fucking rule, hate men.
Yeah.
Like, hate all of them?
Well, it's
really?
that old saying. I mean, it's you can't beat everybody with the same stick. If I date 5 girls that just fucking are shit, why am I going to automatically treat the next chick, set her up to be number 6 that was...
Yeah.
First of all, it could be me. If I've dated the past 5. But you know what I mean? Just because one person screws you over, you can't beat them all with the same fucking stick.
True.
You understand what I mean by that? And I think that happens sometimes. People are like, you know what? Fuck it. They're all shit. It's like, no, they're not shit. Motherfucker, maybe your taste is shit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so true.
it's like, what do you keep doing to attract the wrong fucking person?
It's
you
the
know
same
what I mean?
example with people that say, everyone is an asshole to me. Well, maybe.
Yeah, it's
maybe
like
you're the asshole.
Those days.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the asshole.
Johan and I had that joke a while back because I said that to him. He made him laugh. I was like, if you wake up in the morning and one person, they can be an asshole, but if you're running into assholes all day, you're the asshole. Yeah. And then I saw him like weeks later and I'm like, how's it going today? He's like, I'm the asshole. And I knew exactly what he meant, right?
Yeah.
It's true though. Think about it.
Oh, hell yeah. It's so true.
Anyway. So what else you got on your list there?
I got on my list.
You got anything on your list you want to talk about?
I heard something that fucked me up that I've been believing.
Does it have anything to do with dragons?
It has to do with fighting.
Okay, good.
I actually thought that if you punch someone with the palm of your hand in their nose, their bone is going to go up and puncture their brain.
Yeah.
I've been thinking that since I was a little boy.
You've been wanting to do that? Or
No, but I was just afraid of getting punched like that. Mm-hmm. Like my nose bone is going to go up my brain and puncture it. Well, if you hit it like this.
Yeah.
From the under.
But that's
bone.
cartilage, isn't it? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I thought that is a fucking bone right
no, yeah.
That picks right up in your brain. And I heard that...
You never seen a skull?
Yeah.
So there you go. That would answer.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, go ahead. So go ahead. Oh, okay.
But my whole fucking 30 years on this planet, I've been believing that if you punch someone from the... what do you say? Where do you come from? Like... If you punch
like a palm. Like
a palm.
Because a ridge hand is the finger. That's a ridge.
Yeah.
That's a ridge hand.
Like a palm on the nose.
Yeah.
You're going to puncture your skull, and
so you just been
your
waiting.
brain.
You've been waiting to get tested. Like, today's the fucking day.
No, but I've been afraid of being punched like that. And I've been walking around. It's funny when you believe something, and then you hear one person say it's fake. It's like, what the fuck? I've been believing this all my life.
Yeah.
And it's so is that actually happened in an old Seagal movie.
For sure. That guy.
He does that move. And someone told me that, and then I started believing that, and then more people tell me that's what's happened if you get hit like that. Until this week, I've been believing that. So that's actually fake as fuck. You're not gonna. No one is gonna puncture your brain if they hit you on the nose. That's fake. That's an
That's
old
a bit
Seagal
disappointing.
movie.
Now I don't want to do it anymore.
No, now I don't have that go-to move anymore.
Like my scissor kick I've been waiting to put on people.
Yeah, exactly. You were actually Googling scissor kicks before just to see the technique.
No, to show you the technique.
You really want to scissor kick someone?
No,
huh?
just because you didn't know. I was like, let me show you what a scissor kick is, dude.
Oh,
I think
man.
scissor kick across the throat, like cha-cha-cha.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So you've been watching John Wick 3, huh?
That was a pretty good movie, actually. The gunplay was...
I need to watch that.
I got to be a dirtbag for a second. God, Halle Berry just keeps getting hotter, dude. Oh, I watched that and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot how fine you are. She's like 50-something.
Let's take a moment.
She's a dude. She did all her own stunts. Forget the movie stuff. I'm talking about the physical aspect. Fuck the movie, fuck with it. But them doing their own physical shit. She broke a couple of ribs and kept going. She had like two broken ribs during that. I was watching them interview her. All the gunplay herself. It's like...
Yeah, I saw her training the gun stuff. But let's just take a moment,
dude,
to appreciate the women that age like fine wine. Have you seen Jennifer Lopez lately?
But that's, I know I'm not trying to stereotype, man, but that's how it is. Like the Latinos and the sisters, they age well. They always have. They do, man. I don't know. It's something. I don't know. It's something in the breed, bro.
Something in the water.
They do. It's like, what?
Let's just take a moment to appreciate that, though, because if you see photos like comparison photo of J-Lo when she was younger, and now, she looks 100% better now.
But anyway,
it doesn't even.
Don't take the thunder away from Halle. So anyway, Halle Berry kicked ass. Don't take the thunder away from her. Halle Berry kicked ass in that. Keanu always kicks ass.
Yeah.
But at the very end of it, they left it. I'll be surprised if it's not a fourth one because they left it. When I say wide open, it's not like that's it. It's over. No, it's wide open. You know, and it was so good.
Yeah,
it was. I want to see. I
need to see that.
So.
Dude, why would they stop doing those movies? They're fun.
No, I know, but usually it's nice. The three is such a nice little clean trilogy, and then move on, you know? So
they're just going to keep on. It's going to be like Expendables. They're just going to keep on making them.
Are they really?
Dude, Expendables is huge in China and shit. Arnold, they fly in Arnold. He's making so much money a second. Fly him in.
So what else is going on
for a day?
Yeah,
and then he's fucking flying out.
So what else is going on with your training?
Did you hear Keanu Reeves, by the way, the interview he did and the answer he had about death?
No.
Dude, perfect. I actually saved it. Let me put it up.
You've been all over the internet, haven't you?
Yeah, but this is why he is the fucking. Listen to this.
What do you think happens when we die, Keanu Reeves?
I know that the ones who love us will miss us.
Oh, that's true, though. It's nice.
Is he the
that's
fucking...
such a perfect answer.
He's the GOAT right now.
That's such a perfect answer. Though.
Try to find dirt on that guy. He's been doing it right. He's running. He's riding the subways. He's giving so much to charity. He always has time for everybody. He's the fucking man. That's a perfect answer. What do you think happens when we die? Want to go deep?
I don't know. Depends on how much you get right in this life.
I think so.
I'm not talking heaven and hell. I'm just saying, if you think you've...
What if there was a heaven though when you die? Whoa.
If there was a what?
Heaven.
Heaven?
Die.
Are you asking me if I'm going to heaven? Because
No,
I'm not too sure about that.
I'm just speculating.
The day I'm dying, I'm rolling dice. I'll be like, ugh.
I just want to hear what your thoughts about death is.
I don't know. I
never asked you this question.
I think you're on a loop. And I think you get to try it again and try it again. Yeah, and you keep going until you get shit right. I'm a firm believer. And then you just don't come back. You've reached. That's it. That's my opinion.
Don't you think we
and I think that's actually a belief.
Dimension when we die? Like it's the gateway to...
I don't think this is it. I don't think this is it.
I don't think
I think this is a fucking practice run.
Yeah.
For when you've...
This whole experience is too weird to be it. The whole fucking life experience, and you should be... It's so rare.
Yeah, well, I mean...
That we are even here.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to ask. I feel like, you know how you have those moments where you're just kind of like... You were going to do something. No, I think I'll do this. I believe that before
you've done that,
you had that, you went that route, and then you were like, I do believe that. I think it makes complete sense.
A lot of dimensions, like multiple.
Do you want to call them dimensions?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I guess so. I think of, I believe that you have a chance to fix it, do it right, and then once you finally get shit right, then you move on to the next stage. And then I don't believe this is it. I just can't. It's too much. There's too much.
Because I've been hearing 3 separate stories this week about people that's been dead or close to death, and they all say the same thing. Like, once you think you're dead, everything is just peaceful. All the problems are lifted.
Yep.
You feel fucking good, and
people
it's
that got pulled
like
back,
you're stepping towards something, and then they get pulled back. No one knows, but it is. They all have the same feeling of like release. Yeah. Like no problems, and you're feeling good, and you're going towards something. Isn't that crazy? You know what fucks me up the most, though?
Well, you probably let go of everything. Oh, let go of the bills, let go of this,
all
let
the
go
problems.
of that.
But what if you were an asshole all day? All your life. You were an asshole to your kids. You don't know where they are. Yeah. You're not leaving like a good mark in this life. Yeah. Wonder if it's because all the 3 guys I heard and 1 girl, 2 guys and 1 girl, they all done good shit. So that was the feeling they had. Wonder if it's the same feeling for an asshole.
Well, define an asshole.
Like a guy that's been fucking mean to his kids.
Yeah.
Fucking around on his wife.
Yeah.
Being mean to his friends. Being a bad boss. Being a bad friend.
Just self. All about him. Yeah.
All about himself.
Yeah.
Wonder if it's the same feeling, because
I need
to believe that once you're going, you need to make sure you done what you are capable to do in this life.
Well, you want to set people up for sure.
Yeah.
Like the important people in your life. I don't know, dude. Like I said, I just feel that that's why you gotta fucking hug everyone. People you love, you gotta tell them you love them. You gotta say, I'm thinking about you. It's like my kids walk out the door, my heart drops. I'm like, fuck, where are you going? I know they have to do it, but it goes to the back of my mind. That shit plays in my mind.
Yeah, appreciate people.
Yeah.
If you see something about a person and you want to tell, because I've been like this in my younger days. If I appreciate something about the person, I like his new. Let's just be. It can be a new haircut. I like it. Mm-hmm. It looks good on him, but I don't tell him. Mm-hmm. Why? Mm. Just make sure you fucking tell the people that you love.
For sure.
Love them.
I mean, I can yes.
Fucking tell it often.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know for me personally, knock on wood, I don't. But if I drop dead tomorrow, there's no one in my life, friend or family, that doesn't know exactly how I feel about them. And the people out there that I think that are a fucking asshole and needs to get out of my face, I've said it to their face, so they know exactly how I feel too. So it goes both ways. I'm like, go fuck yourself, kick rocks. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm a firm believer of that. And it's it's a generational thing too, though. Because my uncle and my dad, it's like they very rarely say I love you. Because they're old school Italian, like, I love you, Dad. Like, okay. And I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, man, we don't have much time left. How are you going to feel if I think to myself, so I just do it with my kids.
That's a panic, yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny. I think it is a generational thing.
I think so too.
Because I give my son a big hug, and if I give my uncle a hug or my dad, I know they love you, but you can feel that. Oh, it's two men,
pushing back a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
not even
what are you
giving into the hug.
What are you worried about, man? You know, inside you want to say I love you.
Yeah.
You know, to regret not saying something before you go, or if someone else goes and you're like, why didn't I say this to that person? Well, that shit's got to eat at you, man. That shit's got to eat at you.
It's not only a culture. It's not only.
The person that stays.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you lost somebody.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, I didn't tell them this. That's got to be worse.
Yeah.
Because you're still here. And you're like, I didn't say this when I had the opportunity. They always did it. That's got to fuck with your head.
But I don't think it's only a generation thing about the I love you. I think it's also a cultural thing. I don't think we say it a lot here in Sweden. We rarely say it to friends. I rarely say it to my mother.
Yeah.
So it's... Yeah, that is important. Like spread.
Well, when you know, of course. But it's just, sometimes it's just nice to hear something.
Yeah, you always feel good from it.
Of course, dude.
Why don't spread?
Yeah.
Why aren't you spreading that? Why don't you make people feel good about themselves?
I don't know.
I think that's the mission we have here in life. Is
touch lives.
Touch life. Try to focus and try to do what makes you happy in life. Don't fucking work a shitty job all your life, because we only have one shot at this thing. If it's not like you think, we got different kinds of shots, but
no, I wouldn't call it shots. I just feel that it's constantly where we are constantly trying to better ourselves.
Yeah.
And each time we come back, we're fixing something. And then once you get it all completely, I guess not even perfect, but to the point where you've walked that right, then I think you go to another plane. I don't know what that fucking is. Yeah. I don't know if it's New York. I don't know what that next plane is. But what I'm trying, I do believe that, dude.
Yeah.
Because there's been so many times where you've heard people of reincarnation. Like, I saw an interview with a little kid, and when he was about 2, he was talking about some woman. He's like, I had a past life. My name was blah, blah, blah. It was a boy saying he was a woman in his past life. I'm just going back to this. I remember it. Not to do with the sexual preference or anything, and they were like, what? Oh, okay. Because every kid says something.
Yeah.
But he was saying these details of things, and it went on and went on. And then they ended up doing some research, and the woman did live X amount of time ago and was where it was really fucking weird. And then, of course, they were talking to certain people that are, like the Buddhas and all those guys that believe in that stuff. And they were like, it's reincarnation.
Yeah.
It's very, and that they say that's why babies can't talk.
Ooh.
Because they're coming right from, they're kind of being held back. They can't talk. And as they get older and when they start to learn, then they forget.
Yeah. Then they learn this new life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a nice way to put it. If you want to be romantic about it. But
like no one knows.
No, but
that's
I do.
A weird part.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Yeah. Someone does.
I think it's important though to spread as much love as you can.
Course.
I think that's gonna benefit you in so many ways.
There's a difference of wanting to help lives and be positive and take care of people and do what you can for them. And then there's a difference, as we just spoke about earlier, where you're coddling your children.
Yeah.
Because that's love and taking care of them, but it's like not to the point where if they scrape their knee, they got to fucking make it back to the house by themselves.
Yeah.
But just being generally as nice as you can to people and not trying to hold on to energy. I don't know, dude. When I fuck up, I do the best to forgive myself. When other people fuck up towards me, I try and do my best to let it go, because it's just shit that I got to carry that I don't want to carry.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like that carrying that, whether I've done something stupid or someone's done something stupid to me, but I'm aware of fixing it. That's what you got to do. I feel like if you carry that negativity, you spread that even on a level that you're not trying to.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like people absorb it.
Dude, you can have a guy walking into a room and you can just tell.
Oh yeah,
like that motherfucker is negative.
Yeah.
And the other way around.
Oh yeah.
Like you can have girl walking into a room and she's inspirational. She's doing exactly what you want to do. She loves people.
Right.
She always want to talk to people.
But I think
even putting up a smile towards someone. You'd be surprised what different that makes.
But
like the key, smile and say, "How's your day going?"
Of course.
Like people are just.
Well, I think the problem. But I think the problem is people. We're unfortunately we're in a society now where when people do that, it usually means they want something.
Yeah.
So people become a bit defensive. So when you're generally kind to someone, you're generally interested. I think most people don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
They're like, why is this person actually why is that person actually really interested in what I did today or how I've been? What do they want? What do they need? What have they heard?
Yeah.
You know, like I think this goes through everybody's mind, and that's a shame because sometimes you just genuinely care.
Yeah.
But like I said, but that's another thing is you've got to always catch yourself, because I'm always trying to, I mean, dude, we all stumble, we all make mistakes. I can write mine down right now. But I'm always constantly trying to be conscious about how I'm responding to someone or how they're responding to me, or, you know, and if you're not happy, you feel it. If you speak your mind. But I mean, on the levels, like I always want that person to at least, there's only so much you can do too, because some people, no matter how nice and kind you are with them, they're just going to have that wall.
Yeah.
They're never going to let you in, not to be their best friend, but they're just like, because it's maybe the life that they've had, or maybe the people that they've been around.
I think even those people, if you know the right way to talk to a person, you're gonna get under their skin and you're gonna make them happy.
Yes.
You can make their day.
Of course.
Just find out like 3 simple rules. Like find out their name, call them by their name, smile to them.
Someone's been reading a book, but I'll leave that alone.
Smile to them,
right?
And fucking figure out what they're interested in.
Yeah.
And talk about that. Then that guy's going to open up.
Yeah. But like I said, I think a lot of people get dealt a shitty hand. So they become, let me just keep my cards close to my chest.
Yeah.
Which you understand.
Yeah.
But it always feels good when someone takes a little bit of time. Yeah. And they generally care.
Generally, yeah.
But it's a lot of people don't know how to handle that.
This life is too short to be fucking miserable. It's a fucking
and the thing is, you're going to catch yourself. You know, there's times I'm in a mindset and I have to catch myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Water in there?
Yeah, why?
Can you pour some?
Yeah. But do you know what I'm saying? Like you got to catch yourself and pull yourself out of it. I think if you're not seeing it and not catching yourself, that's where it gets bad.
Yeah.
Because then it's all you. It's all about you.
Yeah.
It's everyone's against me. No one.
You hear that all
that's, or like, I mean, how many times have you tried to break that wall with people though? And they're just like, you're like, okay. And then they go back to what they just said. And you're like, you didn't hear a word that I said.
Exactly.
So they're just wired to be automatically defensive. What, you know, they need to be stroked a certain way. Or
that comes back to mindset, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. So there are some people you're like,
you can have 2 guys that is in the exact same situation. They have the same job, they have the same hours, everything is the same, and one is negative and one is positive.
Right.
That motherfucker that's positive is gonna see the world a whole different way. And the negative guy is always gonna think that everyone is against him.
Yeah.
He always gonna be defensive.
Yeah.
So I think it boils down to mindset.
Yeah, for sure.
Like try to see the positive.
Yeah.
Like people that wake up angry.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? The day hasn't even started and you're already angry. That's going to be a fucking negative cycle that you can't turn around.
And the thing is, it makes you feel good to be good to people. I mean, I'm not saying take people's shit, because I'm the fucking first that will tell anyone where to put it at any time if I have to. I mean, I'm known for that. But what I'm saying is it takes more effort to be mean.
Yeah.
It takes more energy and more effort to be a mean person, to do something out of spite. You know, like just shit, like, oh, you want to do that to me? I'm going to do it to you. Like it takes an effort, but to be nice to people, it doesn't take any effort at all. And you do feel good and you feel lighter.
Yeah.
Not being taken advantage of. There's a difference. I have to keep saying that, I know, because some people are like, well, fuck, no. I'm just saying on an everyday, inside and out, everyone you pass.
Yeah.
I have no problem being the first person to smile whenever I see someone in the street. I got no problem at, you know.
Such a difference.
I got no problem doing that, dude. You know, it's
to put it in a social media way, to put it in a social media comparison, it's like if you see a picture and you're mad at it, you have to sit there. You have to think about a comment you're going to make. And then you're writing that
Check
long...
your spelling.
Yeah. Write that long fucking comment.
Tag people
with the
in
fucking wrong words and misspelled fucks and all of it. And then send that.
That's pretty
Think
funny.
about it. That takes a while.
That's
and if you go through
funny.
a photo that you like, you put a heart there and write awesome. That's not going to take long at all. And you're going to feel better.
And yeah, it's love, man.
Yeah.
That's so funny. It's true though. It's
One
like
thing
it
that fucked me up with this, when we're talking about life and shit, every small decision you make, like even me putting my hand up like this, is going to change the rest of my life. Isn't that so crazy?
In what way is that going to change the rest of your life?
I don't know.
Like a path that you take, or the way
this
you?
is the path I'm taking now. I'm putting my phone here now. That's going to change the rest of my life.
You think so?
Yeah. You waking up 5 minutes later, that's going to change the rest of your life.
Yeah, because that's a domino effect of something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude,
That's
I've
crazy.
I never understood that. It's like why is it you have to work at being mean? You have
It's a full-time job.
You have to work to have that chip on your shoulder. I mean, I can't say it enough. We've all had chips on our shoulders. Someone has
You
done.
don't have to say that, bro.
I know, but in this day and age, you have to because people are just gonna.
Yeah, I remember that time you were mean.
No, but but the thing is, we have to say that nowadays. Going back to what we were talking about, because half the population doesn't see the balance. Like when you're talking about something bad, they're not considering that you also weigh the good. Or if you're talking about good, they don't think you're weighing the bad. So you've got to say it just to be like, I'm on both sides. I'm even keel. I'm just talking, which is exhausting. So, because you don't want to get taken out of context or take things the wrong way, you know? Yeah. But
So the message is, be kind to people. Spread love. Hug your mother. And one more. Don't be negative. Try not to be negative. Because that
sucks the air out of the room.
Yeah, that's going to fucking affect the person next to you. And it's going to be a domino effect, like you said. And it's going to affect the next person. And then it's a bunch of fucking negative people at the end. So if you're the first person that's positive towards a negative, the positive is going to win. You can turn that shit around.
Of course. And and you try, and if
and
you
then
can't,
that guy is going to be positive to the next one.
That's what I was going to say.
That's another domino.
That's what I was going to say. Like at some level, that person is going to hopefully project that somewhere else.
Yeah. I got to believe that at least.
Oh. And different times someone like, hey, what's going on? You're like, hey, I'm fine. And next thing you know, you're just giving that love to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then there's people that walk in the room and it's like, you're like, hey, you're feeling great. And then it's just like, oh, like you just feel where they're at. And it's like, hey, how you doing today, man? What's going on? Hell.
I feel like
and it's not even maybe even directed at you.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another thing. Maybe they're not even pissed at you.
No.
But they've just had such a shit day, but you're like, fuck, this is bringing me down. Like, how do I get you in a better mood? But then there is a line where you're like, how hard do I have to work to make you feel?
Yeah.
You know?
And we all can have shitty days.
Like, of course, dude. I think you're not human if you don't.
No.
Anyone says that they don't have a bad day or a bad time or have had a bad run, I'm like, well, then you're just not living life. You're not living life.
No. Of course, we have bad fucking days. We all have. But try to keep them at a minimum. Try to fucking think positive too.
Right.
Have more good days. It's going to feel better.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. I'm talking about life.
I don't want to take you. I don't want to take you too deep, dude, because I'm seeing these other avenues I don't want to talk about. So I'll leave it alone.
I'm sweating from that fucking chicken right now. All right, people. This has been I Got This podcast. We'll see you next week. Bye.